You've heard the advice. Add turmeric to your smoothie. Sprinkle cinnamon in your coffee. You're trying to do the right thing for your joints. But what if you're wasting your time? A few common, simple mistakes can render these powerful spices almost useless. Before you take another sip or another bite, you need to see this. We're about to expose the 5 biggest mistakes people make and how to unlock the true potential hidden in your spice rack. For centuries, we have looked to the earth for healing. Spices are nature's silent pharmacy. They hold compounds capable of reducing chronic inflammation, easing stiffness, and promoting deeper mobility. But the search for natural health solutions often hits a wall. People commit to using these spices daily, only to feel frustrated by minimal results. They believe the spices failed them. The reality is that the failure lies not in the remedy, but in the application. If you are committed to managing joint discomfort naturally, sustainably, and effectively, you must understand the science of synergy and absorption. Over the next hour, we will move beyond vague recommendations. We will cut through the noise and reveal the specific preparation errors that undermine your health efforts. We will show you exactly how to transform your spice cabinet from a place of frustration into a source of genuine, consistent relief. If you seek actionable wisdom for a better life, please subscribe now. Our mission is to deliver the clarity that turns good intentions into powerful results. Let us start by confronting the most costly error in the kitchen. Mistake 1: the lone spice fallacy. The first mistake is almost universal. It is the belief that turmeric works alone. Turmeric is rightfully celebrated. Its active component, curcumin, is the subject of thousands of scientific papers confirming its profound ability to regulate inflammatory pathways. Studies suggest it can be highly effective in easing discomfort associated with wear and tear on the joints. But here is the critical point. The power of turmeric is locked away. Curcumin is stubbornly resistant to absorption by the human body. Think of it this way. Your body is largely water. Curcumin is fat-soluble. It is like trying to mix oil and water in your digestive tract. Your system sees the compound and simply cannot ferry it across the gut lining and into the bloodstream where it can go to work. If you are simply stirring a half teaspoon of dry powder into a beverage, you are likely excreting 90% or more of that expensive, valuable spice. This is the root of so much disappointment. People spend months taking turmeric, feel no change, and conclude natural remedies are ineffective. They were simply making the lone spice fallacy. This mistake is not only ineffective, it is wasteful. The simple fix, the ancient wisdom confirmed by modern science, is twofold. First, you must introduce a healthy fat. Curcumin binds readily to fat molecules. When consumed together, the fat acts as a vehicle, allowing the curcumin to be transported effectively through the digestive system. Ideal fat carriers include coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, or high-quality ghee. A tablespoon is usually sufficient to carry the payload. But that is only half the solution. The other essential key is black pepper. Black pepper contains piperine. Piperine is a unique alkaloid that dramatically enhances the body's ability to utilize curcumin. Research shows piperine temporarily improves the permeability of the gut lining, allowing far more curcumin to pass into the system. This synergistic effect is non-negotiable. Without a pinch of black pepper, your turmeric intake is almost meaningless. Are you using turmeric every day without pepper? If so, you are committing a costly error. The proper protocol for consumption is often called a golden paste or golden milk. It must contain the trio: turmeric, black pepper, and fat. This should always be prepared slightly warm. Gentle heat helps the compounds integrate with the fat. Instead of stirring dry powder into cold water, take the time to create a small emulsion. Mix your daily measure of turmeric with a pinch of fresh, finely ground black pepper and a teaspoon of fat. Warm this mixture gently on the stove or in the microwave for a few seconds until it forms a uniform paste. Once emulsified, you can add it to warm water, broth, or tea. This small, deliberate change transforms turmeric from a culinary gesture into a genuine therapeutic agent. You move from wishing for results to ensuring them. If you cannot tolerate the taste of black pepper, you must ensure your turmeric supplements contain standardized piperine extract. Relying on capsules is sometimes necessary, but even then, you should consume the supplement alongside a meal containing healthy fats. The crucial wisdom here is stop trying to force oil to mix with water. Use the correct scientific vehicle, fat and piperine, to unlock the power of your golden spice. Mistake 2. The wrong kind of cinnamon. Our second pervasive mistake involves a silent danger lurking right beside your vanilla extract, using the wrong type of cinnamon. Cinnamon is a wonderful anti-inflammatory spice. It contains cinnamaldehyde, which supports circulation and helps manage insulin sensitivity. Stable blood sugar is fundamentally linked to lower overall inflammation, making cinnamon a critical tool for long-term joint health. But here is the widespread error. Most cinnamon sold in North America is cassia cinnamon. It is widely available, inexpensive, and carries that classic strong cinnamon flavor we recognize from baked goods. The variety you should use for daily therapeutic consumption is Ceylon cinnamon, often labeled as true cinnamon. Why does this distinction matter so profoundly for those seeking long-term joint relief?
The danger in cassia lies in a naturally occurring compound called coumarin. Coumarin is a substance that gives cassia its strong aroma. In high doses, and when consumed consistently over long periods, coumarin is associated with potential liver toxicity in sensitive individuals. Since our goal is daily, sustained intake to manage chronic conditions, using high coumarin cassia represents a measurable, long-term health risk. You might be helping your joints, but silently taxing your liver. This is not wisdom, this is trading one problem for another. Ceylon cinnamon, by contrast, contains only negligible traces of coumarin. It is the safe, sustainable choice for daily incorporation. Its flavor is milder, sweeter, and more delicate, but its anti-inflammatory benefits are significant without the associated risk. Are you sprinkling a teaspoon of generic cinnamon into your coffee every morning? If you are, you need to know which container you own. How do you fix this mistake? The first step is identification. Cassia cinnamon sticks are thick, rough, and usually rolled into a single, tightly coiled layer. Ceylon cinnamon is far more fragile, light tan in color, and composed of multiple thin, papery layers that crumble easily. When buying powder, always look for the label to specifically state Ceylon or true cinnamon. If it says cinnamon or ground cinnamon, assume it is the higher coumarin cassia variety. Make the commitment to switch your daily supply. This small expenditure provides immense peace of mind and allows you to use cinnamon safely every day, leveraging its power to regulate both blood sugar and systemic inflammation. The wisdom here is that purity matters more than potency. We are building a sustained lifestyle, not seeking a temporary jolt. Use Ceylon cinnamon and you remove a dangerous variable from your long-term health equation. Mistake 3. Heat kills the good stuff. The third costly mistake involves mismanaging temperature when preparing fresh remedies, especially ginger. Ginger is an ancient and powerful ally against joint pain. It contains gingerols, which are compounds documented for their robust anti-inflammatory properties. Ginger is particularly valuable because it helps warm the body, stimulates circulation, and often relieves the deep stiffness associated with cold weather or inactivity. But if you are vigorously boiling fresh ginger for an extended period to make a strong tea, you are likely undermining its therapeutic value. This is the mistake of destruction through heat. Why? Prolonged high heat alters the chemical structure of gingerols. When fresh ginger is subjected to intense, sustained boiling, the gingerols are converted into compounds called shogols. Shogols are certainly beneficial. They are particularly useful for supporting digestion, but they do not carry the same specific, potent anti-inflammatory action that the raw gingerols provide. For targeted joint relief, the primary goal is maximizing gingerol content. To fix this mistake, we must refine our preparation method from boiling to steeping. We seek extraction without chemical transformation. The proper technique for preparing therapeutic ginger tea is simple but often overlooked. Slice or coarsely chop your fresh ginger. Do not mince it, as this can make the tea too cloudy. Bring your water to a full rolling boil. Immediately turn off the heat source. Add your ginger slices to the now resting hot water, cover the pot, and allow it to steep gently for 15 to 20 minutes. This residual heat draws out the gingerols efficiently without reaching the sustained high temperatures that trigger the gingerol to shogal conversion. Another excellent way to maximize gingerol intake is to use fresh ginger juice. Juicing fresh ginger or finely grating it and pressing the pulp yields a very high concentration of raw gingerols. A small daily shot of this raw juice, perhaps diluted with a little carrot or celery juice, provides maximum potency. Do you always feel relief when you drink ginger tea, or does it sometimes feel weak? The answer might be in your temperature control. Remember, the goal is to access the most powerful compounds nature offers. This requires respect for their volatility. Use gentle steeping for warm applications, use raw preparation for maximum effect. Stop treating potent remedies like rugged vegetables. By mastering temperature control, you ensure that every slice of ginger you consume works precisely as intended for your joints. Mistake 4. The powder fallacy. Our fourth critical mistake relates to purity, concentration, and reliability. This is the powder fallacy, the assumption that a simple pinch of any spice or resin powder provides a reliable therapeutic dose. This is especially relevant for powerful ingredients like Boswellia serrata or frankincense. Frankincense is derived from the resin of a tree and is rich in boswellic acids, compounds that manage inflammatory pain through a distinct pathway, different from turmeric or ginger. For many spices used in culinary amounts, such as a pinch of black pepper, the raw ground spice is sufficient. But for specific high-demand therapeutic ingredients like Boswellia, using the raw ground powder is almost always an act of faith, not science. Why? The concentration of the active ingredients, the specific boswellic acids we need, is often too low in the raw resin. To achieve a proven therapeutic dose documented in clinical studies, you would need to consume unpalatable and enormous quantities of the raw powder every day. This leads to the frustrating result of taking the remedy but seeing no change. The fix for the powder fallacy is understanding the crucial concept of standardization. This is where we must strategically partner traditional wisdom with modern manufacturing. Standardization means that a supplement or product guarantees a specific, known percentage of the active compound is present. For Boswellia, you should look for standardized extracts that guarantee a high percentage of total boswellic acids. Some of the most effective supplements even standardize for a specific, potent acid called AKBA.
Without standardization, you have no way of knowing the actual therapeutic value of the product you consume. You might be buying high-quality resin, but it may contain only 5% of the vital compound. If you are serious about managing chronic joint issues, consistency is non-negotiable. You must have certainty in your dose. This is the difference between hoping for relief and systematically achieving it. How can you apply this wisdom? When sourcing any spice that is difficult to use in high quantities, like Boswellia, always prioritize standardized extracts. Look closely at the label. Does it just list the ingredient, or does it say standardized to X% active compounds? Furthermore, inquire whether the supplement company uses third-party testing to verify the purity and concentration. This external validation adds a layer of trust. Investing in a high-quality standardized extract ensures that the money you spend is going toward a dose proven to be effective, not just toward bulk filler powder. Do not settle for guesswork when it comes to your health. The powder fallacy is easily avoided by demanding verified, standardized concentrations. Mistake 5. The symptom-only trap. The fifth and final mistake is the most important to correct for long-term health, the symptom-only trap. This is the reactive mindset of only using your spice remedies when the pain flares up. You reach for the ginger when your knees are screaming. You take the turmeric when a stiff neck demands attention.
While these spices certainly offer acute relief, treating them merely as natural painkillers misses their greatest power. Chronic inflammation is the silent enemy. It is a slow, systemic process that silently damages tissues, wears down cartilage, and contributes to a host of age-related issues. When you finally feel a flare of joint pain, the underlying inflammatory process has often been active for weeks. Treating symptoms reactively is like waiting for a house fire to start before buying a smoke detector. You are always playing catch-up. The wisdom here is the shift from reaction to prevention. Anti-inflammatory spices function best when they are used consistently to establish a high, steady baseline of anti-inflammatory and antioxidant protection within your body. They are not just painkillers, they are cellular protectors and regulators. They dampen the systemic fire before it ever reaches a critical stage. Consider cloves, a spice rich in the potent antioxidant eugenol. Cloves often register among the highest scores on the ORAC scale, a measure of antioxidant capacity. Antioxidants are the compounds that neutralize free radicals, the unstable molecules that cause cellular oxidation and drive chronic inflammation. By incorporating a small, consistent amount of cloves daily, you are proactively defending your joint tissues against the constant stress of free radical damage. You are not waiting for the pain, you are building resistance. How do we break the symptom-only trap? Through conscious, daily integration. These spices must become part of your everyday life, flowing seamlessly into your existing routines. Your task is to design a daily anti-inflammatory ritual that combines the corrected protocols we have discussed. Your plan should look something like this. Every morning, you consume your bioavailable turmeric with fat and pepper. Midday, you incorporate your safe Ceylon cinnamon into a meal or beverage. Your evening routine includes a gently steeped ginger tea. And throughout the day, you use a small, reliable source of boswellia and a tiny, high antioxidant dose of cloves. This systematic approach creates a powerful, synergistic shield. Each spice addresses inflammation through a slightly different pathway. Turmeric targets COX-2 enzymes. Boswellia acts on leukotriene pathways. Ginger works on cytokines. By combining them all daily, you attack chronic inflammation on multiple fronts simultaneously. This is the true definition of integrative wisdom, using nature's tools consistently and correctly for sustained preventative health. The key action item: move your spices from the back of the cabinet to the counter. Make them a non-negotiable part of your daily rhythm, not just a desperate measure during a flare-up. We have now systematically addressed the 5 most common errors that undermine natural joint health efforts. We corrected the critical absorption failure of the lone spice fallacy. We eliminated the hidden risk of the wrong kind of cinnamon. We showed how gentle heat preserves the vitality of ginger. We solved the reliability problem with the powder fallacy by demanding standardization. And most importantly, we broke the destructive cycle of the symptom-only trap by emphasizing daily integration. By implementing these 5 fixes, you are moving far beyond casual advice. You are engaging in an evidence-based, sustainable practice designed to optimize your mobility and vitality. But as we age and perfect our wisdom, we often face unique challenges in adhering to new routines. Let us address those practical objections. First, cost and sourcing. High-quality spices are an investment. To manage cost, focus on buying whole spices and grinding them fresh. Freshly ground spices retain their volatile oils and therapeutic strength far longer than pre-ground, offsetting the higher initial cost of quality product. For your standardized extracts, buy in bulk when possible and prioritize quality over quantity. An effective standardized extract is cheaper in the long run than a large bottle of ineffective low-concentration powder. Third, digestion and sensitivity. Some people find large amounts of ginger or pepper irritating to the stomach. Start low and increase slowly. If whole fresh ginger is too intense, switch to dried ginger extract capsules temporarily or use smaller amounts of gently steeped tea. Listen closely to your body.
Wisdom is not aggressive, it is adaptive. Adjust the concentration and timing until your body comfortably accepts the remedy.
Remember, the goal of primetime wisdom is not to offer quick fixes, but profound, actionable insights. You have just spent a significant amount of time absorbing the critical details that turn common kitchen items into powerful therapeutic agents. This information is your roadmap to sustained joint health. The potential for greater comfort and increased mobility lies in your hands, but it depends entirely on how accurately you apply these 5 corrections. Do not let this powerful wisdom be wasted. If this in-depth look at precision and preparation resonated with you, show your support by hitting the like button on this video. And please subscribe and ring the bell to ensure you never miss our deep dives into the science of a well-lived life. The profound wisdom for a healthier future is often found not in complexity, but in the correct, consistent application of fundamental truths. Start today. Live wisely.